Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 2 minutes, so I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back as soon as I find a potential opportunity. All right, I have an order at 197 to buy a call option. I'm going to change that down to 187 now. I think that's more accurate. So I'm looking to buy for 187. I'm watching that number over there. I want to see that drop down to 187, then go slightly below, which would cause this green line here to turn green. Or excuse me, this white line here to turn green. So white means I'm trying to buy. If that turns green, that means I have been able to buy. So we'll see if it wants to come down a bit more here. You know, I'm trying to buy at 187. Seems far away, but I am doing options, so these can move very quickly. If you don't know what options are, just comment below option guide, and I will link you to a free class I put together called The Big Basics of Options. It'll walk you through the terminologies, how they're working. I know sometimes people are intimidated by options, and they can be made very complicated. So you're not necessarily wrong to be intimidated, but you can also approach them in more straightforward and simple ways, and that's how I approach them. So if that's how you like to approach things in more straightforward ways, then I'm confident that guide can help you out. So like I said, just comment below option guide. All right, well, let's see if the price can pull back a little bit more. And if we can get 187 to potentially show up. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back if this thing looks like it wants to. Well, here we go. See if it wants, come on. Keep coming down here. All right, I'll pause. I'll keep an eye on it. Have an order at 187. Like I said, it was close. Close. Not filling me. Let's go to 177 now instead. You know, I'm at 177. You know, I bet I could get 171. Maybe I'm being too greedy here. We'll see. All right, I'll pause, but I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, I'm at in at 171 for a call. See what it wants to do here. So out for $100 loss on that one. Might have been okay, but I'm just not going to risk it anymore. So we needed to go into loss control mode because I can always get back in. And yeah, maybe this thing bounces and I'd be okay, but that is all hindsight. And I don't know about you, but I'm a very good trader in hindsight. But like I said, I'll take a $100 loss, nothing that can't be overcome. And I can just try again on this move. And I will indeed try again at 177. So let me just double check. Okay. Let's see if this thing wants to drop down some more. And there is the bounce. So yeah, would have been okay for, I don't know if, because I was going for 174. I don't know if I would have gotten that, but loss control mode didn't necessarily, I guess, need to take a loss per se. Because loss control mode does not mean you're going to lose money. It just means you need to accept less than what you're going for. And yeah, more times than not, it does lead to a loss, but sometimes you'll walk away with a little bit of a green. But yeah, that move was just too much of a drop against me that needed to send me into loss control mode. Okay, well, I have an order right now at 177. So let's see if it can get down there. Okay, there we go, getting another move. And once again, actually going to go to 171. All right, I will pause. Have an order at 167. And that's what I wanted. Go to 157 instead. All right, I will pause. Have an order at 167 here. Nope, don't like that. Let's go to 157 instead. This action is very tricky right now, so I need to be extra conservative with it. One. I mean, I lose, don't get me wrong, but now that I'm seeing this action more combined with the first one, that first trade was obviously a loss, didn't really quite feel very good. And it's, definitely not a whole lot of volume right now. So it's not untradeable, but I definitely need to be extra conservative with how I do approach it. So I'm at 167 right now. All right, I will pause and I'll keep a close eye on things. Okay, I'm at 162. Once again, not getting filled, so let's go to 157 instead. And I'm at 157. Yeah, I got to just cancel that out. It's not behaving exactly as I need it. All right, definitely very tricky this morning out there. No doubt about that. Getting to the point now where maybe I just should call it a day. This isn't the greatest action here. Very, very tricky to try to get filled on things. I don't think I'm going to wave the white flag quite yet, but what I like to see is just a quick jolt up and then to get filled on, a move like that, not these movements where my order just sits over here and sits there and sits there and sits there. All right, I will pause. I have an order at 170 here. For a put. Oh, and now it comes down. All right, never mind on that one. I'll pause. Have an order at 187. I'm going to change that to 181. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 177. Looks like I need to be more so around. I'm trying to time up that yellow line, 171. No, let's try 167, I'm thinking. See if it wants to come up a bit more to hit that yellow line. I'll pause. Have an order at 181. Nope. Back to 171 here. At this point, I will probably just wait until I get filled so we stop having all these false lines. I mean, granted, this is good in the sense of this is realistic in the sense of how it goes sometimes as traders. You're trying, doesn't quite work out, need to adjust, trying, doesn't quite work out, need to adjust. I get it, it's annoying, but such is the life of a trader sometimes. That's why patience is required, because sometimes patience is needed because things are annoying. What are you being patient against? You're being patient against the annoyance of what you're witnessing me experience right now. So just remember that. To say to be patient, okay, but what are you being patient against? Well, you're being patient against the need to, wanting to force a trade. So let's see if it can push upwards. No, I was at 167, wasn't I? That was what I thought, yeah, okay. All right, I'll pause. Okay, let's throw out 167. In there at 167. See what it wants to do. Okay, throwing an order out there at 165. Wow. Look at that. Are you just not going to fill me? 165, been sitting there. There we go. Wow, $200 loss on that one. I don't know, I want to be surprised, but you heard me say, like, today is very tricky action, so I don't know what I would, need to be surprised against. Goodness. But again, didn't even care about that yellow line. Thought it would. I liked my entry point because it was basically at that yellow line, but as you saw, the price didn't care much at all. Now I got to think that the price want to go down and retest it. Let's try 177, see if it wants to get up there. All right, I will pause. Down 300. Now within the big picture of things, down 300, not a big deal. I'll be just fine. All right, I'll pause. All right, going for put here at 173. No, too slow. I'll have to reassess. All right, I'll pause. All right, gonna try for a call here at 157. Let's go 155. Strong move, so just trying to buy the pullback here. All right, I'll keep a close eye on it, and we'll see if it can, well, here we're getting maybe a move. All right, I'll pause. Okay, I have an order at 177 here. 167. Nope. I want that pink line. What is that, about 151? Move this down right there. Try 147. Let's come down just a little bit more. Blue line is based off of the 5-minute time frame, which you're not looking at. This is the 1-minute time frame. In there at 147. Obviously very jumpy action here. Got that one there. See what it wants to do. Trying to get out some at 138. Try again at 125. Out there at 135. 136. For 1240 on that one. I did hit record, didn't I? Very good. Well, sometimes it just takes one, and it takes not panicking out, and things can work out just fine. Now, I am speaking in hindsight. That last one probably should have held, because I did put the risk behind me. What do I mean by that? Well, that one and that one were just the reduced position size, and they were slightly green, nothing huge. But it was, again, to reduce position size, and that is one form of risk management, just reducing position size, which is what I did there, to reduce that. And then, yeah, I mean, I did let this one run a little bit, but I definitely got a little trigger happy on that. And, you know, had I let it run, you know, if you had been watching these were, and it may even go some more. But so overall, I'm happy with it. Not totally happy with how I let that. Now, let's be fair, though. This is hindsight bias. Had this movement down here come down and then just crashed, and I was still holding on to that one, I'd be sitting there saying, oh, I got greedy. Well, I should say, I'd probably be sitting here saying, oh, I got greedy. I should have just taken it off when I did. So hindsight confirmation bias, very real thing. But overall, happy with that. And just like that, now I'm up 940. So with commissions, let's just call it 930-ish or so. It's really just a question of, do I think I might want to try another one? But yeah, that move was just ridiculous to the point where, you know, as it was breaking these key levels, and it was sitting around all sorts of other key levels on other time frames. That's why I felt confident to add, felt like I could get a bounce. But like I said, didn't really let it ride as much as I should have for that final one. First two, perfect. Very happy with I did that. Again, just in the spirit of putting the risk behind me. But then that last one didn't quite work out. So it's 11:30. I've basically been at it for 2 hours. When I'm up, let's just keep my math easy. Let's just say I'm up 930. So what's that? About 450 would be 900. So about 465 per hour. Not too bad. But this is still some good action. So I'll pause and let's see if I can get another one. All right, I am just going to go ahead and call it good. And be done with the day. It's now 11:30 and I just want to move on. This is usually the kind of where I draw the line and say, you know, I've been here for 2 hours now, and that's just way more than what I'd prefer to be. Ideally, if I could be done within 30 minutes to an hour, fantastic. 90 minutes, 2 hours, yeah, I definitely just need to be done. But yeah, overall, happy with the results. And think about it. I was only right 33% of the time today. Let me say that again. I was only right 33% of the time, yet I am up $930-ish when you factor in the commission. So I don't say that to brag. I do say it to hopefully inspire you and motivate you to manage risk, cut the losers when they need to be cut, and just you know, keep yourself in the game so that all it takes is a trade, and then you can find yourself not necessarily back in the green like this, but I mean, at least maybe chipping away at the loss, slightly in the green. But like I said, there is power in risk management. And I can't think of any other better proof when I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I was literally wrong. I was literally wrong 67% of the time today. I mean, think about that. Wrong 67% of the time, but I'm up $930. So like I said, hopefully that can inspire you to use some risk management. So again, if you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to learn more about options, just comment below option guide. And also if you want to learn more about the tool that I'm using to make my decisions, why it's helpful for anybody, whether or not you trade options, then I do offer a free webinar on that. And I'm going to change to another video right now and talk to you how you can reserve a seat. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.